There we go.
Tom, are you ready?
Sorry.
No, you're good.
I did an update on my computer and I was not ready.
Tom, we're gonna go ahead and get started, and we'll start on Zoom if that's okay. Okay.
All right. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our Match Day -1 press conference. We will begin with midfielder Lola Bonta. For those on Zoom, please use the raise your hand feature, and we will call on you, or you can type your question into the chat. And Daniel Sperry, we will start with you.
Hello. Can you hear me okay?
Not over my teammates' laughter.
Yeah. Sorry, Daniel. If you wouldn't mind speaking up.
Yeah, I'll give you as much as I can. Here, just wanted to ask about the way the team's mentality is at the moment. Felt last couple of games has been a lot of draws close to wins, but maybe not getting it over the line. What's it like inside the group right now? Where's everyone's heads at?
What was that last part? What did you say?
Just kind of where is everyone at right now?
Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, we obviously are in playoff position, so it's kind of, our future is in our control. So the mentality is at the top. I think especially playing North Carolina this weekend, they're on a hot streak, and obviously they have the Golden Boot leader on their team right now with another player with a lot of goals. So we obviously are aware of that, but we have been focusing our game, improving a lot of things. I mean, it's actually been fun. Like, we're having fun with the ball, and that's what I love about the game. So it's been fun out there, but obviously when the final whistle goes and the score is a tie, it's not all the points we want to get, but we are bagging some points. So we want to just get it over the line with 3 points tomorrow.
I just wanted to ask too, like last game especially, you guys dominated Seattle for most of it. You had a ridiculously high XG. You had multiple shots go off the post. Like, is there that feeling that it's close for you guys too, and just kind of breaking out again? I know it's been a rough run of form lately in terms of results, but it feels like you guys are close to kind of putting up a big number.
Absolutely. I think, all the times it goes off the post, it's not like this is never going to happen for us. Like, it's there, and we're going to keep shooting and keep following up and have high XG, and we just, we're going to keep trying because we know we can score. We believe in all the sharpshooters out there, and I mean, even Kayla Sharples almost got a goal last game too. So the goals are out there for us to grab. So hopefully we can put on lots of that tomorrow, especially being home. I feel like we always play very attacking when we're home, so we're hoping to get the 3 points.
And then as captain, just what's your message? How do you lead in moments like this where, it is the games are now into single digits left and it's playoff positioning's on the line in a lot of these games? How do you preach it, and how do you lead in moments like this?
Yeah, I mean, we have a pretty experienced team. We've been in these moments. All the players have been in the moment, so it's not much motivation I need to say to them. They feel it. They're gamers. They feel it out there. They want to shoot. They want to pass. They want to have possession. They want to counter press and win the ball. So we have gamers out there. So as captain, I say a lot of the time, it's very easy to lead this team.
We will turn it over to PJ next on Zoom.
Halo. Happy Friday. Just kind of on that same note of being captain. I know last game you handed the PK over to Davinia. Just wanted to ask you about the process behind that, and just what was the thought process?
Yeah, I think it's no secret I've missed a couple this year, and obviously being one of the top players with PKs in this league to hold the record, I think after missing a couple, I just took it upon myself to go to the staff and to the players, because we have a pecking order in the PKs, and maybe it's just not my year. There's something going on with me, mentally, physically. I don't know. We're working on it, but it was me that took it upon myself to pass it to the next person. Everybody believed in me. They wanted me to do it next, but just right now, I felt like it was a time for me to kind of be a leader and pass to the next person. And we have great PK shooters, and there's been times I haven't been on the field and they've stepped up before, so it was very easy to pass it on. And Deb did it, and obviously too, I want to keep getting Deb goals because we need a keeper as the league leading top scorer in history.
Gotcha. And then I think the past few years, especially with Tim Watt and everything, I think y'all have kind of become the hunter, just the hunted. Being one of the top teams in the league, and with everything going on this year, just a little lower down the table. But does it feel like you're kind of back to trying to climb your way to the top and like and I guess kind of changing in this year?
Yeah, I think too, because we had in previous years been so dominant, I think teams, when they come to play us, they just have that extra motivation because maybe we got them before. And so it does seem like teams are bringing their A+ games against them. And that's what we want. We don't like this league. No game is going to be easy, but for some reason, teams, when they come and play us, they just bring a little extra, and that's okay because that makes us play at our top game too. But at the end of the day, we can't be worrying about other teams and what they're worried about. It's in our control right now, so we just need to keep at the end of the week and getting results for ourselves.
Tom, we will turn it over to you.
You are actually one of the longest tenured professional athletes in the entire city. How have you seen the support around the club change during your tenure, both with this club, with FCKC? How have you seen that massive change?
Shout out FCKC. No, I was just talking about this with some people in this club because they were a part of my original journey here. Obviously, Vlaco and Milan were my coaches when we were FCKC, and I don't know if people know this, but Lucas Rodriguez, who is now our coach, was like a practice player with us at times because Vlaco would bring over the Comets players. And just talking with them even a couple years ago when we got the stadium, and when we went to the final the year before, the support was there, but people continue to show up, and I think that means more than anything. People don't realize just showing up means so much to us. So when we see teal everywhere, when people are talking about they see us on the streetcar and billboards, it means a lot, obviously, to see our faces out there and have that sport, but when they come up to and feel comfortable enough to talk to us when we're out on the streets, it's great. And honestly, I don't think we would be as successful as we are here without the stadium, with our fans filling up the stadium.
And then as one of those longest tenured pro athletes in the city, you've seen this club through a lot of highs and a lot of lows. What has this season challenged you most as being the captain of this club?
Yeah, I think, speaking of the supporters, a lot of people who maybe started supporting us in the last couple of years, they've seen the best of the best, right? We've set all these records, we fill out stadiums constantly. And they don't remember when we were on a baseball field, or back in the day when we were on high school fields. We've seen a lot, and so it's easy to compare to the successes. But as a captain, I think I've been the level ground with all of them, because I'm it's worse. It's a lot worse than this. It's a lot better than this, but it's okay. We can continue to show up each day, and I think that's what this group does. The league is growing, yes, and we can continue to push it. So I think just remembering that, and at the end of the day, we do want to win and lift a trophy for the city.
Thank you for your time.
Mm-hmm.
We will turn it over to Daniel Sperry for one last quick one.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask about you got a unique perspective kind of behind Croy on the field and seeing some of the passes that maybe she sees or maybe sees them after she makes them. What's it been like to work with her in the midfield, and just how incredible of a playmaker is she?
Yeah, I think, I don't know if you know sorority talk, but I feel like when Croy and I were in national team camp in January, I was dirty rushing her to come to our team. Just because, there talk happens in camp all the time. There's gossip, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, Croy, you would fit in so well with our team. And I was just hyping her up. But none of it was fake, because it's true. When she got Rookie of the Year, Midfielder of the Year, set the assists, I've been a fan since day one of her. So being able to play with her and not having to defend it obviously saves me a lot of embarrassment having to defend those turns and passes, but just being a part of it. And what people also don't know is she is a very intelligent player. I mean, you have to have that in order to turn players and get out of tight spaces and find those passes. So it's so fun. I think you put it the best way. I have the best perspective because I'm behind her and I see what she sees and the way she executes and the ease she does it with. It's just swaggy, it's swift, and I'm a huge fan.
Thank you. Glow, good luck tomorrow. Thanks, everyone. We will be back with Coach shortly. Head coach Chris Armas, same thing as before. Please use the raise your hand feature on Zoom and we will call on you, or you can type your question into the chat. But Tom, if you would like to start, we will begin with you.
Good morning, Coach. In your introductory press conference, and you even alluded to it last week, you stated that this project was akin to, quote, building a house in a hurricane. I guess what level of hurricane are we looking at, and how are you feeling about the construction of the house?
Well, listen, along the way, we knew that we were trying to build things without a lot of the healthy pieces early on, which was Lola Banta, it was Coop, it was Temwa, it was the pieces from last year, but so much about the discussion and the feeling early on was we just have to add to what was being built here. But as you're trying to add without certain things, it becomes hard to keep building. So it was just about, that was the feeling, 8-9 months ago. So we feel that our foundation is very strong. What we've instilled in this team in structure, mentality, principles, team spirit, that our DNA is actually rock solid, and we've withstood lots of things this year, and we've gotten on some runs, in different moments, but we are certainly battle tested for almost anything that can come our way. So, which I think is the most important thing and to talk about as our team heading into this last stretch, this last third of the season, that we do know who we are, we know what we're about, we're a good team, we're hard to beat, we can certainly win at home and overwhelm teams in our building and on the road. Even some of the last performances were solid. So even that's we're feeling good about. So no hurricane, honestly, just a team that's built for tough moments is who we want to be, and that can enjoy the good moments too. But we've put a lot of work in this year, and hopefully we're prepared for this final stretch.
And this upcoming match will be one of the bigger tests facing the highest scoring team in the league. With the style of play that your team plays with, defending from the front, what kind of challenges does that represent with two goal scorers over 10 goals on the season?
Well, certainly it poses threats in all phases of the game. So if they're in possession, they have some direct play that can hurt you. So with those players, and there's also a few others in that roster, and then they're also part of how they score goals is understanding that they can get close to goal. They crash the box, and they have players that can go 1v1, and they're dangerous on crosses. So it's not really one thing. It's so many things that you have to pay attention and be at your best on the day. When you face good teams, when you face good individual players, you have to counteract that with good play from our players and creating overloads in certain areas and just understanding what makes them good. So, yeah, there's a big challenge on the day, but it is a big game. There's no two ways about it. For them, it certainly is, where they are in the standings, and for us, there's no question what the opportunity lies ahead for us. So we're excited for it. We love that we do test ourselves now in a big game against a good team, that it's in good form with good team play and good individual play.
And then obviously everybody's going to talk about the availability of Timois for this match. I'd actually like to talk about the right back spot. Obviously we've seen E-Ball fill in that spot for the last couple of matches with Ellie Bravo Young and Lainey Rouse being out. Do we have any news about either one of those players' availability for next match?
Yeah, Ellie's not available. Lainey will be available. We'll see what the minutes looks like, and it's good that she's close regardless. And in that same breath, we think that Elizabeth Ball, who has played right back in her career, has stepped in a strong way. Katie Scott, a young player, has stepped in moments and stood tall. Honestly, we know when young players are out there, we're giving them opportunity, and those are never easy. But she actually has a batch of good moments in all those games and minutes, which will help her for her future. So, yeah, that's the update on those couple of players, and yeah, it's no question. We've been a little stretched in that position, but necessity is the mother of all invention. We try some different things, and we get the information.
Thank you for your time, Coach.
Sure. Thanks.
We will turn it over to Daniel Sperry next.
I am going to ask about Timois. Just what's it been like to have her back in the group this week, and how much energy has she brought, and what can we expect in terms of playing time this weekend?
Yeah, listen, Timois, there was while she was away, we stayed in touch, and that's her to us coaches, and then the coaches to her, and then also the players, whether it's social media or individual communication. That was fun to see while she was away, and she was great about staying in touch with us. When she comes back inside the building, there's real energy, and for lots of reasons, celebrating what she accomplished individually and collectively from Malawi, and celebrating that she's back with us for that final third of the season. And we know that life with her is better than life without her. She's the percentage of games that she's missed. Yeah, we know that has been a reality, but now we're looking forward and saying we have her now for that last percentage of the year, which is in our minds the most important. So energy has been great overall. Her being back in, a nice boost for sure. You can see it. It was palpable. You could feel it. You could hear it. Energy was great. And in terms of her minutes, we don't know exactly what that's going to look like. We can use her from the start. We're not sure if, because we know in the second half might be a better use. What we got to see still. And we're obviously just not going to tell North Carolina what we're doing.
PJ, we will turn it over to you next.
Yeah, Coach. Just on that same note, just what's it been like? Just trying to with and without Timois, just trying to make sure that you scheme this team up in the best way possible. Just with all the variety that you tinker with throughout the season.
Yeah, listen, PJ. We have a process. That's our reference point. That's what drives us every day and gives us a plan of. Always taking from yesterday, thinking about where we're going to get the most out of each and every day. But it all goes back to our style of play and our principles of play. And that's whether that's training, whether that's in game, the principles don't change. Our DNA does not change day to day. So whether who's in and who's out, it might change a certain match plan or certain areas or something that we're trying to accomplish on a day. But when you don't have certain attackers in for large stretches of the year, we have to talk about different ways to create chances, to score goals, to simply attack. And we feel really good about the way we've done that. Earlier was mentioned that North Carolina has scored the most goals. We're right up there, with one of the most goals in the league. And we love goals more than expected goals, but we have the highest expected goals in the league. So we have a process. We've stayed steady with it, and we're able to create chances. And now the final part of things is to really reward ourselves, reward our fans on days like tomorrow with goals, with attack, and that's a fun challenge.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Coach. Good luck
Thank
tomorrow.
you. Thank you.